Today we'll learn about the anatomy of the breath, and the breath is the foundation of our yoga practice. The breath is also very gentle, but very powerful to make changes in our body. And the breath is the only thing in the body that's either completely involuntary or voluntary. It does both of those functions. So think about your breath right now without changing it. It's just flowing whether you think about it or not. When you're asleep at night, the breath is flowing in order to keep you alive. Now take a deep inhale. Blow it out through your mouth. So that was voluntary. You chose to do that and you were able to control the breath. So we can use this skill of being able to play with or work with the breath in our yoga practice to make changes in the body and mind. So join me now in a relaxation breath practice. So right now I'd like to take you through a guided breath practice. And this is the belly breathing, the relaxation breath. So in order to do this practice, it's best if you lie on your back. You might have your knees bent, or you might rest your knees on a bolster or a pillow, just to help your back be comfortable. So I'll give you a moment to settle in. And then when you're lying down, feel your body start to melt into gravity. Soften your eyes and face, maybe closing your eyes. Feel your ears softening and your throat softening. Feel your belly softening as you melt into the support beneath you. And as you start letting go, without changing it, just begin to feel one breath at a time. Notice the movement of air in and out, wherever you feel it. And now very gradually start to slow down the breath, not necessarily trying to make it deeper, just stretching it out. So I like to think of pulling taffy. At the end of the inhale, just stretch it out a little bit longer. At the end of the exhale, stretch it out a little bit longer. Let it be slow and smooth. There will be some effort involved in lengthening the breath, but let it be very comfortable. And it may take several breaths in order for that to feel more comfortable for you, depending on where you are today. But with practice, it gets easier to gradually slow the breath. And if it's comfortable, place the hands on the lower belly below the level of the navel. And the hands are just sensing, feeling what's happening. Feel how the belly naturally rises on the inhales and falls on the exhales. And now if it's comfortable for you, allow the exhales to become just a little bit longer. Slow, smooth inhale. Slow, smooth exhale, just a little bit longer. So feel how when you're exhaling longer, the abdominals naturally assist. And allow them to release for your full relaxed inhale. As you get into the groove, feel how you're assisting a little bit more And then just see if you can use less effort to achieve the same feeling. Same length of the inhale and exhale, with the exhales longer, but with less effort. As you continue, you'll feel that it gets easier and easier to do this. And after the next exhale, relax, allowing your breath to return to normal. And just feel your internal state. Notice that you might be feeling more calm and clear. Your belly might be gurgling, relaxed sounds. You might be salivating more. Those are all signs of the relaxation response. You might feel tingling in your hands or feet. That's your circulation improving. All of these things are normal responses to the relaxation response. So it's a wonderful practice to use anytime, including if you have trouble falling asleep at night, or anytime you need more calm. And when you're ready, gently roll onto your side and come back up to sitting. Namaste. So after the breath practice, tune into your body and your mind. How are you feeling? Maybe you can name some sensations, or maybe you just feel different. Maybe you just feel more calm. So you can feel how just a few minutes of breath can change how you feel, even how you think. So breath can be a voluntary function that affects the involuntary nervous system. So something I like to think about is how when you're stressed, you can think about calming down. I should be calm right now, but often the heart is racing and we just know that we're not able to calm down just by using our minds, telling ourselves to do that. But through a breath practice, we can actually change the physiology of the body to shift the body into a more relaxed state. A name for the involuntary nervous system is the autonomic nervous system. So this system controls and regulates the heart, the blood vessels, the smooth muscles or the organs, the glands that affect all the function of the body. And so this system is divided into two main parts, the sympathetic nervous system. And so the sympathetic nervous system is responsible for fight or flight, and we've probably heard of this, the stress response. So the main purpose of this fight or flight response is to bring blood flow to the brain to help us escape the situation. If fighting or running away is not an option, there's a third option called freeze. And so freeze is very common in trauma, during abuse, in battle, other traumatic situations, accidents. It's like leaving the body. Our mind and emotions leave the body so that we can emotionally survive what's happening. So if you think about an animal like a mouse being caught by a cat, often the mouse plays dead in order to hopefully survive the situation. And so all of these are protective and helpful mechanisms. But what can happen is that we get in a loop of either fight or flight or freeze response, where we're reliving the trauma over and over, whether that's in our minds, but it's happening in our bodies. So that is the sympathetic nervous system, and it's very important, but sometimes gets out of control. Now the parasympathetic nervous system is the rest and relax, and you can see I have the green font here because that's soothing and healing. So the rest and relax response involves calming the body down. So parasympathetic, one way to remember that is to think of a parachute. So if you jumped out of an airplane, the adrenaline would be kicking in, and whether you were enjoying it or not, you'd probably begin that fight or flight response. When the chute opens, you feel safe and calm, and you're floating. So that's one way to remember parasympathetic, parachute. So reactions that happen in sympathetic nervous system is blood pressure increases, heart rate increases, digestion shuts down, circulation moves to the center of the body. You might have cold hands and feet. Or if you're in a constant state of stress, you might find that you always have cold hands and feet. In the relaxation response, the opposite happens. You have circulation returning to the body, digestion improves, sometimes you'll feel more saliva coming in, you'll have gurgling in the belly. Those are good signs of digestion working. Also, the glands are functioning at a normal level, bringing you into what we call homeostasis. Homeostasis means balance of the system. And we're always seeking homeostasis. So both of these systems are important, and sometimes they actually work together to help balance each other out.
Hello. I'd like to take you through a short guided meditation. This is a breath pattern called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. So the breath pattern I am going to show you is wonderful for using in the morning or any time during the day to help create a calm alertness, focusing more on the alertness during the day. So you may start out sitting on the floor, you may start out in a chair, or maybe you'd place a folded blanket or two underneath you. And so if you sit up on the blanket, you'll feel that it takes the pressure off the hips and the back and makes it easier to be seated. And you might sit in a cross-legged position, or you might sit in another comfortable position. If there's any discomfort under the knees, you may place a yoga block or folded blanket under the knees to help keep the legs supported and comfortable. So to begin with, sit with your weight equal through the sit bones, lengthen up through the spine, through the crown of the head, gently lift the shoulders up, move them back, and release them down. And just feel a soft openness across the chest. And now, to start out, we'll connect with the breath, and then I will guide you into Nadi Shodhana. So to begin, softly close your eyes. And just shift awareness into the here and now, feeling your body fully supported. And just begin to feel the natural flow of one breath at a time. And as you feel that breath flowing in and out, very gently start to slow it down. Not necessarily trying to make it deeper, just stretching out both the inhale and the exhale. And as you feel that breath becoming more slow and smooth, just spend some time with that breath. Gradually lengthening it more. And when you're ready, we'll move into Nadi Shodhana. So to move into this breath pattern, take your right hand and place your right thumb next to the right nostril. Place the fourth finger next to the left nostril, and the middle two fingers rest at the center of the forehead. When you're ready, close the right nostril as you open the left, and then exhale. And when you're ready, inhale. After that breath, close the left side, opening the right. And when you're ready, exhale. And then inhale. Follow your slow pace, closing one side, opening the other, then breathing out, and then in. Knowing that your breath pattern will be even slower in this pattern, allow the breath to flow slowly, smoothly, and completely. And you can continue as long as you like, and when you're ready, finish on the right side, finishing with your inhale on that side. And after that breath, please bring hands together at heart center, just feeling one breath at a time. Feel how you're calm and energized. Enjoy your day. Namaste.